Welcome to the Metronet, the special Metronet program this afternoon. We have a representative from Metronet who will answer questions. Some questions have been submitted ahead of time, and he has a list of those. So I think maybe he's going to go through some of those first. But anytime you have a question, you can raise your hand. And Al over here has a wireless microphone, and he will bring it to you so you can state your question into the microphone. That way everyone can hear it. And we are recording this for YouTube, so just wanted you to be aware of that. You can go back after the meeting's over, get on your computer, get into YouTube, and watch it as many times as you want to. Or need to, maybe. I am Gary Heisler, and I am the facilitator of the Technology Users Group here at Timbercrest. TUG, we call it TUG. And we meet monthly, and the idea for having this meeting today was raised in our planning team, TUG planning team, by Dean Beery. And so it's, I think, a good idea to invite the technician from Metronet to get our questions answered. TUG meets every month on the third Monday of the month, 10 a.m. We're currently meeting in the M Wing Lounge. And so that means next week, there will be, on Monday morning, there will be our May meeting. And the TUG meetings always have some discussion, question, answer, hopefully answers that residents bring with technology devices that they're having maybe some questions about or issues with. And we also try to have what we call the TUG tip every meeting, every month. And this month's TUG tip is going to demonstrate and explain a Facebook feature. So if you use Facebook, that will be particularly interesting to you. The feature is called Privacy Checkup, and it kind of guides you through different settings that have to do with how people can see you on other people, other Facebook users can see you or find you or that type of thing. And so it has to do with privacy and security. So that's the topic for this month. And hopefully you will find that helpful, I think, if you use Facebook. So that's our announcement for this month. I will invite Caleb to come to the front here, who is our tech today. And he has some handouts and whatnot that he has prepared. And he's a good tech. I've worked with him over at our house a couple times.
Sure, everybody has. Seen a lot of familiar faces.
You may recognize him, right? So,
thank you.
Yes, he will take off his mask.
Now you can see my pretty face. Absolutely. Can you hear me? Is that a little loud? There you go. All right. Well, my name's Caleb Parker. I've worked for Metronet for about 4 years now. I really like this job a lot. I'm very personal. Is that good? Good. I need to go up or down, or okay. All right. So with Metronet here, we've had Metronet here probably maybe the last 4 or 5 months now, about so. This was a really big project for us, and now everybody's been settled in. You guys are getting used to kind of the Metronet. The remote's been a big issue for everybody, and everybody still has a lot of questions that we try and answer. Every Wednesday and Thursday, we are here for about 2 hours. So if you need anything questions-wise, you want us to stop in just to conversate with you about your services, just get with Lucy or Mary Beth. We will be happily to come out to your home. So I got a list of questions from Mary Beth that I was going to read. I don't know if any of you submitted any questions here. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. I think there's 12 that I have on here. I'm just going to read it from the list if that's okay. Okay. All right. So the first one is we have 4 devices that input to our TV besides the set-top box. Okay. Most often when I use the Metronet remote to turn the set-top box and TV, the TV is set for another input other than the set-top box. Okay. I have to get out the TV remote and change the input to the set-top box. I use the TV settings in the TV to set the input to default to the set-top box, but the setting isn't staying.
We have old ears.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry. All right. So pretty much entails is the remote, when they turn on the TV, the set-top box is not just coming up. It's on the wrong input. The box. The set-top box. So when I say set-top box, it's pretty much the black box that runs the Metronet service. It's usually right under your entertainment or in one of your cubbies that you have. Does everybody know? I should have brought a set-top box to kind of show you guys, but it's just the black box that you guys have.
Is there more than one box?
There is multiple boxes if you have more than one TV, okay? There's other boxes for the internet and one that has the modem, which runs everything. Okay, there's probably one that's mounted up on the wall, maybe behind some furniture, maybe behind your main TV. Sometimes they couldn't have got the placement where they wanted to run that fiber. Some of you, it was not in the most ideal spot. So I'm sorry for that as well. So pretty much we would have to come look at your TV for this first question to see if it says you set it to the Metronet input, but it's not staying. So maybe we can take a look and see if the remote's not doing, working properly, or it's not, the TV is pretty much just going to one certain input at that exact time every time you turn it on. So maybe that's something we can look into. Maybe it's a TV setting. Maybe it's the set-top box setting. So I'm going to go with number 2. Is there another way to default the set-top box so it will normally go into that input on startup? So that, again, falls with number 1. We would just have to come take a look at it. It sounds like a setting thing. Or do you guys watch, DVDs or, you guys stream like Netflix? Do you guys have other devices that are connected to the TV that automatically start up? No? I know I'm probably talking a little foreign here a little bit as well. Number 3 is failing that there is a way to use the remote control to change the input on the TV. Yes, there is. It's the TV video input.
Repeat the question.
Failing that, is there a way to use the remote control to change the input on the TV? So you're changing the input from maybe your DVD player to your set-top box? Yes, there is an input button on the remote. It is the TV video button on the remote. I would like to work with you more individually for each of your problems. I would like to show you more. It's hard to tell you these things and you guys not see it personally in front of you, so you're not going to make that connection. So, number 4, are there simple instructions anywhere to show you how all the keys on the Metronet remote function? Yes, I made copies for you guys of what each remote function does on the remote, okay? All right, and I will pass that out to everybody. We can make more copies as well if need be. Thank you. So that was a lot of general question was about the remote. Who in here has a problem with the remote? Raise your hand. Okay, so a couple of you. Yeah. Let's see, 5. I would like them to give us a picture of the TV control with the ID of each button does. Yes, so that's number 5. That's what I'm giving out. They said they do not expect to be at the meeting, so I don't know who this was, but I would like to get them one of these diagrams to show you. 6. Why are they having so much trouble figuring out the TV problems? It's a very good question. So we are having a lot of TV issues right now with boxes rebooting themselves, okay? I know you're deep into that episode of what you're watching, and pretty much it up and stops on you, and you get really frustrated because you wanted to see that climax ending that was just about to happen. That is something that we are working on right now. I've had a couple of you actually help me. Nan, for instance, she's been helping me write down. I can't remember the other lady that's been helping me. Alma. And I think I had one more as well that have been writing down times and dates. So that's been helping me out get with the engineers about when these boxes are rebooting. These boxes are like mini computers, and anything can go wrong with them. There's definitely a lot of things that go into the back end that I could go over your head about, but we have some back end issues. So that's another thing with rebooting. We don't have a fix yet, but we are working on it right now, and we are trying to fix it. And I know that is one of the biggest problems here that I hear all the time. And I am trying to get it fixed because I like seeing you guys, but I don't like seeing you guys all the time because of that box, okay? Another issue that's going on with the boxes is channel 15, okay? That is a broadcasting issue from Wayne themselves, okay? We've had people go out and buy new TVs thinking it's the TV that's making the audio. It's pretty much yelling at you, screeching at you. The sound is garbled. It's low on advertisements, or it's way too high or too loud. It is actually a broadcasting issue with Wayne right now. I know that maybe we could change the box out and it may fix it, but I can't guarantee it because it's definitely a broadcast issue on Wayne's end. Okay, go ahead.
Wouldn't that be universal though? Wouldn't we all be having it over the broadcast level? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's very sporadic. So I really don't have a pinpoint answer for you on that. I can't tell you if it's just the box if it's just your box that's being garbled. I know, but a lot of that is pointing towards Wayne in their broadcast. That's causing that. Go ahead.
I had the same issue. Now I have 2 television sets. Wayne 15 did not work on the LG.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
Yeah.
Squealing. And Metronet came out and I convinced them to put on a different box.
Yeah.
Works fine.
Good.
I haven't had a problem.
Well, then maybe that might be a solution that we can try. If anybody else has that channel 15 problem, we can try and change the box. Okay. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to fix it. It's still, I've been on multiple repairs and it's still happening on a new box. So that's another issue that we're trying to work on. Go ahead.
This doesn't tell you what SDB means over here on the left.
Means set top box. We could write that in there.
Because I wanted to know what STB meant because my CNA hit something. She didn't know what she hit, and my TV guide went off.
Yeah.
And so that's why I came to find out how to get the TV guide to work again.
Yep. So that's a great question. So if you're clicking guide and it's not working, okay, look at the top of your remote. it might be talking to the TV, okay? So there's two different infrareds. One could be talking to the set-top box, which lights up, and you click the button, it'll flash at you, or it's the TV that's talking, that's flashing. So you got to make sure you're on the right infrared to talk to the right, like the box or the TV. So that sounds confusing. Okay, let me scratch that. Sorry, I'm very nervous up here. I don't do this a lot. I really, pretty much I kind of was notified a couple weeks ago, and I've tried to prepare, but I don't do this a lot. But so bear with me, okay? So the set-top box, when your guide is not working, okay, it's talking to the TV, all right? It's not talking to the box. So once you click STB, it's going to talk to the set-top box, and then you click guide, and then the guide will come up. The reason why it's not coming up is because it's trying to tell the TV to bring up the Metronet guide, but it doesn't have the Metronet guide. The Metronet set-top box does. Yes.
That's the one in the top
Left corner, correct. You got it. Okay, hopefully that clears.
This back, so yeah, on this picture, that button says MAX, not STP.
Oops. Well, these are the ones that they provide me with. Just scribble out and put STB, but that's where our set-top box button is. Okay? Yeah. I maybe should have scribbled that out when I copied these.
Would you summarize what you just said about using the guide?
Yeah. Okay. So the guide, you have to make sure you're on STB in the top left for the guide to come up. So you click it, it'll turn red, right? Just for half a second. And then you go down and click guide, and you'll see it shoot a red. It makes a red light, and it shoots it out the set-top box. And then your guide will come up. Okay? So is your remote right there working? You have batteries in it? Yeah, okay. It's all line of sight. So our remotes aren't top notch. They're not Bluetooth to it. They have to be line of sight. You have to be pointing at the box for it to work. Okay? Any other questions on the remote? Go ahead in the back.
I wanted to play a DVD and I couldn't get it on the remote. I had to dig my old remote out and turn it on.
Yep.
And since then, I have to use my old remote to turn the TV on.
Okay.
And
All right. So on the remote is set to your TV, correct? It will turn on the TV. Yes?
not now.
Not now. Okay. We can come out and make sure it is synced up to your TV, our remote. Okay. We can also look into maybe programming the remote to maybe work with your DVD player. That doesn't always work. You should use your original remote that came with your DVD player. Probably 90% of the time. Okay. It's a little bit harder to program our universal remote with your guys' DVD players because it's not a universal Metronet product. Okay. So
I still have to use my old remote to turn the TV on.
yes. So it might be not programmed. The remote may not be programmed. So we would have to, like I said, I will come out, I can look at it and program it to your TV to make sure that remote in your hand turns it off and on.
I watched TV with your remote until I did my DVD, and then I couldn't use your remote to turn it on anymore, but I can change channels on it.
Maybe it might not be on I want to say that I would have to probably come look at it. I don't want to tell you. Yeah.
Just for your general announcement, anytime our speaker says that someone will come out and look at it for you, just to make it convenient, call Lucy, tell her you'd like to have a Metronet rep come out and do what you just asked for. It'll be on their list. They will come out and do it. But chances are he's not going to remember 12 people, 15 people that he's talked to today. So call, tell Lucy you'd like to have somebody come out. And the next time they're there, they will come out and take care of the problem for you
So
and
to-
show you how to solve it yourself, perhaps.
Absolutely. So to add on to that, I was saying in the beginning, every Wednesday and Thursday we are here. Okay. Just give a call down to Lucy, or you can even go down there on your walk back home today and tell Lucy that you want us to stop by and come take a look at it. Look at any of it. All right. We'll be here Wednesday and Thursday for about 2 hours, and we'll try and make everybody. Okay. I try my best to see everybody in that day. So I'm always proactive. So I'll keep going on the next question here. Anybody have any other questions about the remote for right now? Okay. All right. 6 is I have to log and date the time every time the TV goes out. Okay. I'm also unplugging and replugging in the box every other day. Okay. I really thank you, whoever's logging the dates and times. I've been getting it every Wednesday that I've been here. And again, updating my ticket with my engineers of the boxes rebooting. I know it's a big problem. Okay. 7, occasionally a TV program is interrupted at the most inconvenient moment by a cutoff. It just stops. Okay. That goes right along with that box rebooting. Okay. It's pretty much, these computers are getting sent a signal. It's maybe getting over usage wise, and it's just shutting off, and it goes through a whole boot up, a reconfiguration, and then it comes back up maybe to the channel you weren't watching. Okay. It comes up maybe on the on-demand feature. It's just I want to say the fail safe, but pretty much it just reverts back to the on-demand. When we boot up a new box, it goes straight to the on-demand feature. So it just plays right along with the boxes rebooting, and it's something that we're trying to fix. Okay. 8, sometimes the Metronet logo comes up in several sections, but often we don't get even that much, just a black screen. Did anybody put that question in here today? No? Okay. I definitely would like to see if I could see what's going on, if it's just staying on the Metronet logo or not, or if it's just on a black screen. Maybe you might be not subscribed to that channel. I mean, maybe the TV's off. Maybe you're on the wrong input. There could be a wide variety of things. Number 9, after a minute or so, programming comes back, but is always on a different channel than I was watching. So I have to relocate my channel, and it does take some time. Yes, that falls right along with that box rebooting. I want it fixed bad. Number 10, when this was mentioned at our Hawthorne Trail picnic recently, nearly everyone agreed that it's also happened. So is this happening to everybody? Mostly everybody. Can you raise your hands if your boxes are rebooting, please? Wow. Okay. Thank you. And number 11, it is quite frustrating to miss the information that was being discussed or shown when the cutoff happens, right when you're watching your favorite show. Trying to see if there was another one that I missed on here. This one has 12, this one has 11. And then another one was about the channel CBS, okay? We can try and change the box, okay? But I'm not going to guarantee that that screeching. It may stop, it may not, okay? That's all the questions that I have here right now. Do you guys want to go around? Anybody have any other questions?
Yes.
Any concerns?
The button that says last, which goes to the previous channel.
Yep.
I push that and then I have to push OK as well.
Yep, that's right. You got it right. That's how you're supposed to do it.
But this doesn't say that.
Return to the last channel you're watching. Okay. There may be one more step that's probably not in here. It points you in the right direction. It brings up what recent channels you were watching. You just have to click OK on what you
Yeah, but
wanting.
you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. This is just a general overview of the remote. I don't have anything more in depth that they give me, that Metronet gives me.
And I don't understand, when you said the STB button was not on, how do you get it on? I know where it is, but you can't just punch it.
If
You
click
punch it, and it makes like a
the
red
next time you
light.
Press a button, that will light up and do what it's supposed to do if that's been pressed.
But these two buttons need to be on.
It's in the top, like the whole top
Both of
top
these
row
buttons.
will light red.
Up on the remote, yeah.
On the remote, where is it red?
One or the other.
There's like a red
On the
LED
set-top box.
light
Or
underneath
this one, it'll say
the
TV,
silicone buttons
the TV
that flashes.
with-
Okay, I have a remote I can show you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but
I understand that, we were talking about light on the press and the light on the remote, so we want to make sure where the red light is.
yes, it lights up. The whole thing lights up. Yep, you got it right. Yep, it's exactly how you do it.
You're talking about the button that's labeled TV.
That should blink red too. That's telling you what input you're talking to or what infrared it's using. So once you click set-top box, it's only talking to the set-top box. Once you click TV, it's only going to talk to the TV. Okay? If we've set your volume to just your TV volume, once you click the volume button, you'll see the TV light blink and your TV volume will go up. Okay? Yes, and that's how it's supposed to work. Yes.
When I change from my DVD player back to the TV, I cannot select TV because that doesn't work. I have to go to this HLX or whatever the letters are on there.
HDMI.
Yeah, and so if people are trying to select TV when that isn't what we're programmed to receive, we have to go to this HDM.
Correct.
And I didn't understand that the first 3 weeks after we switched over, but now it works.
Absolutely. Yeah. Pretty much we can go on your TV and we can change that name. We can put that as Metronet, so you'll know to go onto that. Yeah. Well, HDMI, so it's the digital. We don't use the old coax anymore to run to your TV for video anymore. It's called HDMI, and I don't high def, something like that. All right. Any more questions?
On the remote. There are two TV buttons. One's up at the top next to the power button,
Okay.
and one's down by the big OK circle.
Yep. And the one that's down by the OK and the arrow keys,
Yeah.
that's exit to TV. Okay. So whenever you're on, maybe like on demand, or you're in something that you don't want to be in, okay, on the set-top box, you just click exit to TV and it'll bring you straight back to what you were watching. Okay. Whatever window that's in front of you that, has a bunch of foreign stuff on it that you don't know, that says you want to, subscribe, or, you want to rent this, or, you just click exit to TV and that'll go away and it'll bring you back to what you were watching. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The video on demand button, is that for two different things or just on demand?
The TV video,
No, video on demand, the black button up above the back.
yep, I got it.
Yeah.
So that's the on demand that we have.
Yeah, that's the on demand button.
Yes, if you want to rent movies and
Right.
rent other thing, pay per view.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm sorry that it's this is the best reference guide that I blown up and could give you guys. The other one that we give out is even more bare than this one. Go ahead.
So are you saying that if I am on Roku, I can get that, exit the TV and remote to that?
No, it will not on the Roku because the Roku is its own separate system.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Another question I think I had was, does anybody stream in here like Netflix, Roku? Are you guys pretty familiar with that?
Netflix,
No.
Acorn,
Yeah.
not Roku.
Okay. Well, there was a question about how to get Netflix on there. And I think Mary Beth kind of cleared that up for whoever asked that. But that Netflix and stuff, that is not part of Metronet at all. Any of those streaming services. Okay. But I mean, we'll try and help you navigate as best. But maybe the technology group will probably point you in the right direction when they meet as well. Go ahead.
My C button changes the captions.
Yes, correct. So
What do the A and B do?
And I'm going to be really honest with you. I've never really used the A and B button. So I do not know. I don't even think it says it on the does right. Access to Max TV apps provides additional guide and channel options. So I don't know. I don't think we have any Max TV apps. I'll probably have to try and look at B, but I know C was captions. Okay, that was the biggest thing. Provides additional guide and channel options. Maybe that brings up the description if you click B of the episode that you're watching. That's what I can think of, but there's like ABC in the middle of the remote. You see it? Maybe red, yellow, or yeah. So if you click C, that's for captions. It's like the quick on and off button. Okay. B and A, I usually don't tell people what it is because it's not as essential. Because you can use your guide and you can click on the episode you're watching and it can bring up the description and what you're watching. I don't know of anything for access to Max TV apps for clicking A. So I don't generally say anything about it because it's a non-use function that we.
Using the captions is really nice.
Yeah, so just click that C button and it should turn the captions on right then and for you. Okay. All right. Any more questions? Go ahead. I can. Yeah.
It has the option here for DVD. Can you use VCR players with this too?
I have not tried that. I know the DVDs. I've got them to work. I've gotten sound bars to work with these universal remotes. Sometimes they do not work. We could give it a shot. I would like to try and figure it out, but I don't want to say yes or no.
If it doesn't work, what's the option? To have two TVs? One hooked up, dedicated to the VCR player?
No, you can you can change the input over to the VCR, but the remote itself is not gonna like fast forward the VCR or pause it. Okay, you're gonna have to use your VCR remote for that.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll have to have those two remotes. You'll have to have your TV, your Metronet TV remote, and your VCR remote. You can change the input with the Metronet remote, but then you'll have to use the VCR remote to play it. and
Thank you.
fast forward and rewind. Okay.
What's the reason for info? What does that do?
That gives you info about the channel of what you're watching. How long it's gonna be on for. What's the description of the episode?
The guy does that.
It's another button to get the information.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Pretty much. Yes. Go ahead.
And you can't change channels while you're in that mode. You have to get out of it to change channels.
The guide mode,
That button. No, not
the info.
That, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know if everybody heard that. Once you're in the guide mode, you cannot change channels. You have to get out of it to do that, to change channels.
Pretty much once you're in the guide and you type in the numbers of what channel you want to watch, it's gonna pull up that channel and it's gonna show you what comes on. After that, you'll have to click OK for it to set on that channel. If you're on the guide, if you're not on the guide, you just type in the channel and it goes straight to it. Say.
Oh, you just mean just use the number button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to make it easier, I would just get out of the guide and just type in the numbers and it'll go straight to your channel. Okay. All right. Any more questions? I hope I can. I want to see every one of you personally if I can help you guys. I really do. You just let Lucy know or Mary Beth know if you guys need anything else. All right. I'm here for you guys. Thank you for coming. You're welcome. And I'm very nervous, so just very, very nervous.
Thank you very much. And as
When you come here, what's the service, how do we get a hold of you? Mary Beth?
Lucy's the main one I usually go through. Mary Beth's busy a lot of the times, but Lucy's the receptionist right up front here.
And I would suggest not waiting till Wednesday or Thursday, but if you would like to, whenever you come up with the idea that you have a question, you'd like one of the Metronet staff to come to your home to straighten it out, call Lucy and tell her, get on the list, because they'll come in on Wednesday and Lucy will hand them a list and they'll start going through the list and they'll get to you. But if you call them Wednesday, somebody else is probably already on the list ahead of you. So just call Lucy when you've got a question. It'll get you on the list. They'll come and try and straighten it out.
Anything, small or big. All right.
Do you weed gardens?
On my off days. I mean, I got some weeding to do at my own house if anybody wants to come by. I mean, well, it's a beautiful day outside, so. Anything you want to add? No?
Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
And we're all informed and have more questions probably. But they'll all get straightened out. Thank you.
All right.